Let's go on and mix this up a little bit today, and welcome back to my game room. You know what? Have I given you guys a tour of my game room? Let me go and show you around before we dive into this product today. That is my gaming station, my PC. Now, I just recently moved into this house, so you can see a lot of stuff is still kind of bare, just getting a little bit worked out. Hang up some of the headphones or gaming headsets that I like to switch around and use or whatever I'm testing. Up there, got them down here, over my turntable, some random junk over there and everything, you know. I'm still using that same LG monitor, absolutely love it. Speaker, this is kind of what we're gonna be talking about, that along with something else today. Anyways, seeing that over there, let's get this chair out of the way. This is like my fun time over here. Absolutely love music. Y'all know I'm a music junkie. Tons of CDs down there. Y'all youngins even know about that, right? Boxes of CDs down there. Loving the vinyl right over here. Yo, check this out. Logitech Racing Sim with the Pro, the actual top-notch stuff over here. Yo, this is such a blast over here. BAM TV. Behind here, we got the Switch. And then over there, we have the consoles and stuff, and then games back there. Monitor I was testing. Yo, this thing's awesome. I'm not going to review it, but what an awesome budget 1440p monitor right there. If you're in it, anyways, that thing's stinking awesome. You got to check that out. Yo, look at these down here. This is, y'all remember, any of you that have been around here for a while back in the days, y'all remember these in my first setup way back in the days? I'm thinking about going back to that in the main studio room. I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Whoopsie daisy, that's embargoed. Let's go up here. A lot of you know I love collecting Xbox controllers. So anyways, got that set up there. There's lighting here for today. And let's get back to it. So you might be thinking, yo, what the heck is this dude showing us his game room about, right? What I want to do here is make this more of a personal, kind of like, yo, let's hang out and let's check this product out. Because I think that's the best way we can go about this. But I'm feeling like I'm getting a lot of light in here. Like, let me see if I close this window. I don't got any drapery or curtains, which I need to do in here. That might be a little bit, that kind of rounds it out a little bit, right? It's really glaring off the monitor and such. I don't know if there we go. That's good. So then we can kind of turn that a little bit and we don't got all that light shining on us. But again, that's what I want this to be like. This review is kind of like, yeah, we're gonna review it, we're gonna check it out together and kind of look over together and get a real honest, like out of the box, yo, is this good or not? And what we're gonna be checking out today, again, kind of goes in line with this bad boy up here, the Razer Leviathan V3 Pro. Is that V2 Pro, V3 Pro? I forget which V it is. I can't keep up with Razers in their V whatevers, you know? But this thing is absolutely amazing. I reviewed it, and it's one of those products that it's hard to talk about because it's so just an experience, right? It's like VR, you know, because again, you got the 3D and you got the sound over here, and it's like using a headset. It's a desktop speaker where you got like these footsteps in this environment that's crazy. If you want an immersive desktop speaker, you just go check out this video. I'm not saying for clicks, but if you're interested in cool, innovative tech, that's something you gotta check out. Anyways, I'm so off track here. I gotta focus, right? But what we're gonna check out today is the new, holy schmoly, this is heavy, the Razer Nomo V2 Pro. And no joke, good mama, this is heavy. All right, so here we go. Again, I have not popped this open or anything, so we're gonna be going through this together. So let's go and pop this open. Accessories. Okay, so this is our woofer over here, and holy smokes, that's where the majority of our weight is definitely coming from. Okay, can I get this off, or do I need to get a slice? All right, let's go on and check out how big this woofer is. Razer stated it was like the most powerful subwoofer or something like that. I don't know, I forget what they said. You got the little dinky, what is that, like an 8-inch or something down here on the bottom. You got the rubber feet on the bottom, if you can see as well, to prevent any of that vibration. Accessories, what kind of accessories? Oh, yo, I've been so excited to check this out. Again, this is that puck. You guys see it? You got the little Razer branding. Yo, I'm like out of breath over here from lifting this thing up. Anyways, moving this, it's nice and like, I don't want to say firm, but again, it doesn't feel chintzy as you're rolling it around. And you can press it down as well. Oh, source select, so you can select your source there. All of our paperwork, a massive manual with some stickers. Oh geez, we got a whole bunch of other stuff. Let's set that aside in case we need it. What is our power adapter? It's so cool that everything's, look at this. I don't know if you guys caught that, but how everything's like labeled what it is. Yo, I think there's something on the bottom. I almost just chunked that. Oh, extra plugs for like Euro plugs and stuff like that. And then here's our adapter. So you do have this big old brick. This one over here is actually for our subwoofer. What the heck, we got two? Okay, so they just give you both plugs. Got like the Euro style and then the regular style plug. This one's for the subwoofer. The other one we just saw, the brick, is actually for the speakers. And then this down here is probably our USB cable. Yep, and it is USB-C. So now let's go on and bust out these speakers here. Yo, these things are pretty lofty as well. Okay, there we go. Okay, so they're sitting in here. Yo, they're packaged so good. Did you guys see all this foam around it? Yo, these things are seriously lofty. Let's go and peel the plastic off. Yo, there's that RGB light right on the back. I can't wait to fire that up. You can see our ports back there, USB, our power, so on and so forth. And this actual little cone or whatever in the middle is actually metal. It's not plastic, just to create some of that better sound going through there. You got these little speakers on the front. Now they're pretty tight. They're not loose. If you notice, some loose desktop speakers kind of give you that muddy sound. So as we just saw while unboxing everything just feels very premium. Again, I don't know. I just love a product with some weight to it. This thing feels really nice. I'm gonna go through and do the setup and let you guys know. One thing I noticed while I was taking these out that I want to point out is they don't move. And that's a bit of a stinker right there. Like, I wish I could angle these. Am I missing something? I don't want to break it, but they're like stuck at that position, that angle right there. Now, for my height being right at 6 feet, my desk height and stuff, it's fairly good. I feel like the sound's gonna come like right underneath my ears. Now again, that's gonna vary per person. Heck, I can just lower my seat or raise my desk since it's an electric desk or whatnot, but I really wish we could, you know, move these. I know they're round, so you can just move them like that, but I wish we can angle them up or down. That's a little bit of a stinker. We are all set up right now, and I haven't done any internal setups. I just pretty much plugged everything up and got everything going. But as far as plugging everything up and doing all the initial setup, it's pretty easy, but you do have a lot of wires on the back of this speaker here. If you guys can see, you got those 3 wires coming out through over there. But again, other than that, everything's pretty much got its place. You got your plug, you got your USB, you route the 1 wire over there, which is always connected to this one over here. This deal, again, having to pair it up with the little Bluetooth button that's inside right there, that was probably the only little tricky deal. So now let's go on and go through the internal setup. And again, I want to bring you guys through this over here together. And we all know Razer Synapse is an absolute pain in the tuchus. So as you see right here, it's saying please connect a device. Like, yo, I got your keyboard connected over here, I got the mouse connected and it's saying I don't have any. Application encountered a problem. Like, come on. I know it probably just needs an update. Whenever I load up my computer, there's 2 things it can always guarantee me. That Razer Synapse is gonna need an update and Call of Duty is gonna need an update. Please, Razer, just fix the software. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Synapse can really drive someone crazy. Razer Synapse is not running. Restart it, please. Razer. Oh my gosh, Synapse finally came up and there's another update. Yeah, our Razer Nemos are showing up here. But we got a firmware update. Oh my gosh, what kind of update is this? We actually got like a download going on here. Oh, mamma mia. Razer Nomo. Am I calling him a Nemo this whole time? Nemo? Nomo V2 firmware updater. What's going on? Oh dear. Hold on, we just updated the speakers. Now we gotta update the subwoofer? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish this video today. Something went wrong with the update? Would you like to retry? Please don't make me. For crying out loud, enter the batteries. I already did. This is becoming ridiculous. Y'all know when you watch those YouTube videos and people insert that SpongeBob little meme or whatever, where it's 1 hour later or whatever? Like, no joke. That's exactly what I feel like here. It's been over an hour trying to get this update right, restarting my PC, so on and so forth. Because remember where I showed you it stated error with the update and it beeped off on us? Well, it did that and it had to update each different piece. So the subwoofer, then the speakers, and then this little dongle deal. And it did it through each cycle right there. And after it went from one to the other, it made you start from the beginning of each step of that update. I'm probably not making any sense at all because the stinking update made no sense at all. Razer, I'm begging you. You gotta make this simpler and you gotta fix this, make it plug and play and just update itself. Now let me be clear here, I do have these early, so that could be the issue as well. I believe even when this video posts, the speakers don't come out for another 2 weeks or so, something like that. So I'm sure down that time frame, you're talking 3 weeks from now, maybe a little bit more. I'm sure a lot of these kinks will be worked out. Gotta forgive them a little bit right there, but no joke, it was a pain. So I'm gonna go on and click on the Nomo V2 Pro and walk you through some of the software and show you some of the cool customizations you can do. Number one, you have volume right up there, which as you see through our little puck, it's gonna adjust the volume. Come down here, you got subwoofer level, and it goes all the way up to 7 and then down to 1. I tested it with some music so far, only on 1, and holy smokes, 1 is enough, at least for me, right? Coming down here, you got toggle PC audio devices, which you can do right through this source select button on your little puck here, which will cycle it through. I got mine set to the i5, my amp over there, but it can also go down into the Bluetooth where you switch to Bluetooth. And then when you do that, for me, I got it paired up with my phone, so then I can fly right over to some music and play some music out of it, which I listened to a little bit of music out of it so far, and wow. But anyways, going further onto the software, you have your game profiles right over here. Bam, and you can put it right down there, and it's going to put it onto one of those pre-made EQs, which we're going to show you here in a second. Again, you can have all those, and then you can put your own in there, and again, it saves it to one of the preset EQs. Coming into the preset EQs, as you see right here, music, custom, game, default, and if you're noticing on the lights, you see it changing. Let me go and put on music. Let me go and put on movie because it's a different color I got. So it went to like that yellow color. You'll notice it'll go right back to my red here shortly. Bam, right back to my red. And by the way, just look at the lights. I got a big old studio light over there as well, and these lights are still really cool and vibrant. Coming over to lighting, actually, you got brightness, which you can turn them on or off right there, or adjust the level of brightness. I like them fully maxed because it's just so cool in the background there. Now you got quick effects, again, static, breeze, spectrum, pick your color. Then you got advanced effects, which you can get into chroma, which I don't have chroma installed on my PC. Thank goodness, because I'm sure it will be another nightmare of updates. Now let's take a quick look at these lights. I want to go on and power off my light and let's see what those look like. Oh, yo, that's so cool. Just look at them brighten up back there. Now, as you see, obviously from over there, it's still daylight out. So again, it's not, imagine at night, it's gonna light up that whole wall. But even like this, oh my gosh, it looks so good. What'd I tell you? Now we got a Call of Duty update. I have the EQ set to default. Y'all know that's how I like testing my audio at its core, is getting that default sound. Anything from there is really up to you or me, whatever game you're playing, you can tweak it there. Coming over to sound, our volume is currently at 54. Let's go and put it right in the middle. 50, subwoofer level is at 1. I'm curious here. Now we already saw the volume is adjusting. Can I? Well, okay, yeah, so it mutes when you press it down, but I wanna see. Okay, cool, so I can still control it by my keyboard over here as well. Now, of course, remember, whenever you're listening to audio like this through a sample, you're coming into my mic, which is good because you're centralized because it's right on my shirt right here, but you're going from that into my mic, into my camera, into my process, and out into YouTube, and then out from your video source or audio source. So take that into account. So it's not gonna sound exactly like it, but oh my goodness. Wow. Holy smokes. You guys probably, I don't know if you guys can hear the rain, the wind. Yo. Nerding out. Oh, okay. What are we at? We're at 50. I'm going to turn it up a little bit, right? I like volume. Wind. Raindrops. My gosh, the environmental sound on this level is awesome. I've never played this map before. I really don't play much Call of Duty anymore. Really just a lot of Destiny. It seems like everyone's just camping. Oof, that hurt. Holy smokes, that thing's bouncy. I do not like bouncy weapons. Ah, I knew he was up there. All right, so I just got done with that brief round of Call of Duty. And again, I haven't played Call of Duty in a while, so I'm definitely rusty. But just the sound of it, what I noticed there is the environmental sound was phenomenal. The wind, the rain on each side and whatnot. As far as like footsteps and stuff like that, nah, not really. Because again, it's so full. You're getting all that sound at once. Coming from, again, the Leviathan V2 or whatever Pro over here again, you know, that one really had nice directional cues for a desktop speaker. Hands down, the best I've ever played for, again, a competitive game if you want footsteps or something. We really didn't get that right here, but we got, again, amazing environmental sound. So I want to fire up Destiny and see what kind of sound we're getting there, because I feel like that's going to be perfect. All right, so we're going to load up a Destiny Vanguard Strike right here. And let me, you know what? I'm going to go on and crank up the subwoofer a little bit. Let's go on and get it. What's our max again? 7. So let's get it right down here. Let's go to 4. Let's try that out. EQ. Now we were flat before. You want to try game? Let me see. Oh, music seems like it's my kind of curve. Let me get a little bit of, get some extra highs in here. I'm over here making a custom. Let me just make my custom, right? Let me peak it all up, actually. I want to get it all above the line. It's usually what I do, which I'm going to do right here. Oh, come on. There we go. Peak it up, bring out some highs, bring it there. Let's get a little bit of extra bass. Pull that down so it rounds nicely. I don't want the bass too high, though. Get some mids in there. You know, let me get a little more highs, and I think this is going to be a really nice, crispy sound.
My scions have already attempted their onslaught of Zaan's base, but I miscalculated the strength of this operation.
You miscalculated?
Hold on. I think I got too many highs in there. It's definitely crispy in the highs. Let's go and pull that down a pinch. Ooh, did you hear that? Now that we're all adjusted? Oh, yeah. Woo! Yes. Just the splitting of that grenade. When I threw that grenade. Oh my gosh. Like every sound detail right here in an immersive story type driven game. Wow. I think subwoofer on max is a little excessive. We're going to adjust that back down because that subwoofer on max. Let's go with 5. I think 5 might be comfortable. 5 is still pretty heavy. Let me go back. Let me bring the subwoofer down to 3. Oh yeah, that was it. Because you can tell with the subwoofer, even with the footsteps, and then the jumping. If you play Destiny, you kind of know what I'm talking about. But the jump, the double jump of your Guardian has a lot of bass. That's perfect. Oh gosh, that sword. Wow. That sounds great. So now that we just had a good listen to the Nomo V2 Pro FPS game, story type driven game with a lot of action going on and everything, my initial impressions are wow. I absolutely love the sound it's delivering for an immersive story game where you want to get that detail of the environment, and it's got that crispy sound. It's not muddy or distorted like we get a lot with gaming desktop speakers or desktop speakers in general. They don't have to be gaming, right? Now, this is packing a lot. Again, we got the V2 Pros right here, and I want to pull out my phone for this because this is going to be, again, a big deciding factor here. Now, the version we're looking at here, the Mac Daddy, the top tier, is $450. So it is not cheap by any means, right along with the Leviathan V2 Pro over here. I forget the price on that, but that was also a very expensive one. The cool thing Razer's doing is they got 2 other versions. They're going to have a version, I got my phone out here because I can't remember all this stuff, right? It's called the V2, not the V2 Pro, and it's going to be exactly what we have without this little puck right here. So, is that puck? Hold on, am I missing something? Like $150 for that pod? Okay, that is the only difference I'm looking at right here. Is this worth $150? I'm gonna say no. As much as I like it, and as much as I love the convenience of it, and I know Razer's gonna be doing a lot more with it, like you can buy it without the speakers and control like keyboard stuff or stuff like that, just a control center. I think it's awesome, but I don't think that's worth $150. Again, the V2, where you're getting that sound, the awesome setup, the RGB in the background, is going to be $299. It's going to be $300. Save $150. That would be my honest opinion. Again, if you're like me, you got your controls on your keyboard already anyway, so you don't really need that, as convenient as that is. But they're also going to come out with another version called the Nomo V2X. The X version being the lower end budget option from Razer with a lot of their headsets and stuff. Now these are significantly different. I'm seeing the sound range like 75 to 20,000. These are 40 to 20, so there's a little bit more range right there. So the speakers are going to be a little bit different. The price is significantly less, coming at 150. You don't get the subwoofer, you don't get the RGB, and again the sound I think is going to be different on those because I'm looking at the range right here is a bit different as well, even the decibels. So I can't really speak on those too much, but I can speak on that middle grade option, which is the one I would recommend. And yes, I honestly would highly recommend these desktop speakers. I don't know about you all, but I use desktop speakers a lot, especially when I'm playing games like Destiny or story games or something like that. listen to a lot of music. I listen to tons of music, and what this is delivering is really nice. Some of you might be asking, well, hey, Techni, you raved about the Leviathan over here. Would you say I should get that over this? They're two completely different speakers. Again, like I stated, go watch that video because this is an experience, right? This is quality desktop speakers. The Leviathan is definitely more or less an experience. You kind of got that 3D sound. Now, for someone like me, just wanted to chime in on something. When I game, I kind of sit here and I slouch a bit, you know what I mean? The downfall on Leviathan is those sensors are kind of aimed up a little bit, so it's constantly searching. So every now and then, if I got super slouched, it'd like kind of search and kind of bounce over here for the sound or over there, and it would constantly just look for me, you know what I mean? So that was a little bit of the downfall. Also, my monitor sits right here, so I kind of have to let my monitor up to get my controls, which is a little bit stinker. So again, I think the Nomo, for me, is delivering what I want. Just a quality, crisp sound right out there. I play more story games, or even when I play Call of Duty, I'm just trying to have fun. I'm not really trying to be really competitive. So again, break them up, watch the reviews, and you break them up for yourself. You'll be able to decide, because both of these are fairly expensive speakers, but they are some of the best I have ever tested. Now, these speakers are not coming out until June, so you got plenty of time to decide, and Razer has plenty of time to work out their bugs with that firmware update and all that stuff. But again, I love them. I want to hear from you guys, and I think I asked the same question over there, like, can you justify spending this amount of money on desktop speakers? Myself, I can. Again, I'm routing towards the middle range one because as cool as much as I like that, again, I don't think it's worth that price difference. But at $300, I love what we're getting right here. And again, I use desktop speakers a lot, so for me, I can justify it, and I stinking love the backlit RGB. But I want to hear from you guys down in the comments what you think. But all in all, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this review. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope I was able to help you out, and I hope you enjoyed my little game room tour right there. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Bye now.